Hi there. My name is Dave Samet. I am the coordinator of the National RACI Mentoring Program and Careers Development Program. Now, this video is all about an introduction to the mentoring program, what it's about, and what you need to do to be involved, and what you're going to get out of it. The mentoring program is quite widely available, and we use a pretty broad brush when we're recruiting. In general terms, we're looking for students. They can be TAFE students, they can be undergraduate, they can be postgraduate. Generally, we're looking for students who are going into their final year of study in 2021, so intending to complete their studies during 2021. We also, in 2021, will be inviting early career chemists, and we're generally calling that 3 years, the first 3 years of your career, but we'll be a little bit flexible. We also get asked a lot about what if I'm an international student, and the simple point is the program is intended for people who want to work in Australia, because that's the advice that we're giving and the networks that we're building is people who want to work in Australia. Now, if you're a citizen or a permanent resident, chances are that's what you're planning to do. But if you're an overseas student and you intend to stay in the country on graduation, well, I'm pretty happy to treat you on the same basis. The only thing that you have to be aware of is there's nothing that we can do to help you get your visa. And until you do get your visa, until you get your work rights post-study, there's very little that we can do to assist you with actually getting a job. And we invite you to come and be mentored one-on-one. We'll pair you up with somebody who works in your preferred area and try and develop your skills to go out and build your career fast and well. Now, I've recorded a lot of stuff earlier that I'm going to cut into this video, and in this video I'm just going to talk about the specifics that are individual to 2021. So we have the RACI Careers Development Program. It is national, it's free, it's open to everybody. We have webinars, podcasts, careers blogs, events, all sorts of stuff going on. And there's a great calendar of events on the RACI webpage about that. In addition to the Careers Development Program, we also offer the Mentoring Program. And the Mentoring Program builds on the Careers Development Program by offering one-on-one tailored mentoring intended to individually assist each of the people in the program. For the first time in 2021, it will be a fully national mentoring program. We'll be offering it in every state and territory in Australia. So it's going to be fabulous, and we expect another year of significant growth. So between mentors, mentees, and other associated volunteers, there should be easily 100 people involved in the program next year. I'm really pleased about that. Now, this is a volunteer program that we run at the RACI to try to help young chemists get the best possible start in their career. The point is that most universities don't teach students the skills that they need to go out and find great jobs quickly. You learn a lot of stuff about chemistry and you learn a lot of stuff about technical details in various other ways, but you don't learn the vital life skills that can help you find a job quickly and grow a great career right from the get-go. And those are some pretty difficult skills. Now, surveys show that the median period of unemployment for recent graduates is 4 months. And I don't care whether you've got the biggest ego in the world, 4 months of unemployment is really hard. It's on the confidence, you know, it could really rattle you. And the point is there doesn't need to be. If you know how the system works, if you know how to put yourself forward, then you don't have to be the best student. You don't have to have the top grades. You just have to know how the system works, and you can go out and find a job, and it doesn't matter whether it's a good market or a bad job market, right? And if you think about this in dollar terms, now, over the previous years, we've managed to have 93% of our mentoring students, so take 2018 years as the example, we had 93% of our mentoring students graduate with a job already waiting for them. Now, if you assume that a graduate salary is $60,000 a year and that they're going from a median 4 months unemployment to zero, that makes a difference of $20,000 in their pocket. And that's a pretty significant sum to any young person. It's a great way of getting started. So that's the basics of what we're trying to offer. We just want to help you And we're going to help you in 3 ways. Firstly, we're going to help you better understand how the job market itself works, how you will be evaluated in job interviews, how to prepare well for job interviews, how to prepare applications well so that you're more likely to get the interview in the first place. We're going to help you develop the skills to employ during the interview process. And most importantly, we're going to help you develop your network, because even at the graduate level, you are far more likely to find a job through a network than you are through advertised positions. Now, I'll give you an example. I had a mentee a couple of years ago who, he and I went to a networking event together, and I introduced him to 8 different people. And I said, this is my mentee. He's a fine young man. He's going to be graduating soon. And if you hear about anything, then please let us know so that he knows about the opportunities. Now, out of that single event, 10 jobs were referred to my mentee. And although he didn't actually go for any of those jobs, one of them led him to the job that he did actually take. Now, we've got some real success stories like that. We've got students who have graduated into their ideal careers. We a couple of years ago, one of our mentees was the only forensic science student in New South Wales who straight after graduation went into the AFP as a forensic scientist, right? That's what we want to achieve for you. We want to make it as easy and as great as possible. On the networking side, I guess a key point is that, look, networking is hard, especially at the beginning of your career. It's intimidating to walk into a room full of strangers, let's face it, most of whom are older, grey-bearded men who are all chatting to each other, know each other well, and you're saying, how on earth do I break into those conversations? Well, the point is, with your mentor, with me, with the other support throughout, the other volunteer support throughout the program, we're going to make sure that when you go to an event, and you let us know that you're going to an event, there's someone there to make sure that you are included in conversations, that you're introduced to key people, that you get every opportunity to grow your network in a safe and relaxed fashion, in a way that doesn't make you feel intimidated. It makes you feel welcome and included instead, okay? Now, one of the things I forgot to mention earlier is about your network itself. You don't just network with your mentor. One of the great things about the program is that as soon as you join the program, you immediately gain a network of roughly 60 people, right? 30 other mentees and 30 mentors. And we actively encourage you to interact with your other mentees and with the other mentors. There's a huge variety of experience and perspective that you can gain by interacting not just with the mentors, but with each other as well. We're going to have a WhatsApp group and all that sort of stuff. And the more that you exchange, the more that you contribute, the more everybody gains. It's a 1 + 1 = 3 equation, for extremely large values of 1. Now, for us to do that, a condition of your application is that if you are successful, you agree that we will share your contact details, not your home address or anything like that, just your contact details, with the other mentees and mentors, with the other program participants, for the purposes of networking. We won't share it more widely than that, but we do, we need and want you to interact with each other, and so we do ask for permission for that purpose. Now, the program is run entirely by volunteers. We have no budget except where we can get sponsorship, and it takes a lot of time and energy from our various mentors to give you that assistance that we're talking about. And so what we ask of you in return is a little bit of your time. On average, I say 3 hours a month. Right? That's 1 hour a month to meet with your mentor, to talk with her or him about what's going on in your life, to put your workplace or university experience in a technical workplace context, to develop things like your STAR stories, your behavioral-based interview answers that are going to make you more successful in interviewing, to do all of those one-on-one interactions, to help you network, to help you research potential job opportunities, all of those things, right? So 1 hour a month to meet with your mentor, 1 hour a month on average to do a task that I set you, right? Over the course of the time, I'm going to give you one-on-one training to help you be better at things like preparing a job application, preparing a cover letter. There's webinars and video conferences that I run throughout the year to help you better understand how the whole system works. So 1 hour a month to do the tasks that I ask of you. And then lastly, 1 hour a month on average to go to events and actually practice your networking, to build your network. Because as I said before, the far more likely place that you're going to find a job is through a network. So if you use the opportunities for facilitated networking, then you're going to be much more successful. Now, having said that, I will put a quick asterisk against that. For our students in Canberra and Adelaide, that's a lot harder to do because there just aren't nearly as many events to go to. But we try and get around that in other ways, and we can talk about that individually. The simple point is that by applying for the mentoring program, you're pretty much guaranteed to get in. Okay, this is not a competitive application process. The purpose of the application process is to learn as much as we can about you so that when we pair you one-on-one with a mentor, ideally we pair you one with who is as well suited to you as possible. So what I would like to ask you to do is obviously to watch this video and by all means get in contact with me if you have any questions at the end of this video at mentoring@raci.org.au. But also, you know, make sure that when you fill in the SurveyMonkey survey, you try and give us as much as you can about yourself so that, you know, the more you tell us, the better placed we are, right? It's the same reason I'm getting you to do the cover letter and resume. The more I can learn about you as a job applicant, the better place I am to make the pairing with an individual mentor. Now, the issue of money. It costs a lot of money to run this program. It takes a lot of volunteer time, but we also have professional people that we pay for to assist with the program. There's all sorts of delivery costs, and so we have a small fee to help offset some of our costs. It's $150. You have to be a member to participate in the program, and that's a non-refundable $150 fee to participate. Now, in the unlikely event that you apply for the program and are not taken in for some reason, then of course we'll refund your money. I don't want to, we're not trying to take anybody's money here. But I do hope that by having a small amount of skin in the game, it really acts as another incentive to fully participate, because I can guarantee you this. If you participate in the program, if you learn and if you engage with your mentor and you come to our webinars and you engage, you will be successful, right? Virtually 100% of the mentees who've gone through this program who have engaged have been successful. And by success, I mean they graduate either with a job already waiting for them, or they have a job within 1 month of graduation. There's been a few exceptions to that rule, and usually for people who, for one reason or another, weren't looking for a job immediately on graduation. The ones who have not been successful in this program have been overwhelmingly the ones who get part way in, and I don't know, to be honest, I'm never really quite sure, because they just ghost out of the program. We stop hearing from them, they stop contacting their mentor, and then, you know, well, if you don't come, there's not much we can do to help you. The only thing I would say is if something changes in your life as you're going through this program and there's some reason why you can't participate, for goodness sake, let us know. Don't just ghost out of the program, talk to us. Just do us the courtesy of letting us know. There's some other young person who can use your slot. What else can I tell you? Frankly, that's all I can think of right now, but I really do encourage you. This is a great program. As I say, we've had 93% of our students graduate with a job. We have, if you read the testimonials on our website, you'll see that students have loved their participation in the program. And that's what gives us volunteers the great joy. You know, we don't do this to get our names in lights. We do it because we want to help you as the next generation to have the best possible start in your career. We want to make it as easy as possible for you. But the only way that can happen is if you engage with us. And that's all we're asking of you. So if you've got questions, if there's anything else we can do, feel free to contact me at mentoring@raci.org.au. And otherwise, I very much look forward to receiving your applications. Thanks.